Good morning, students. Welcome to the online video lecture on the new model, that is PERT CPM. In this video, that we are going to discuss the introduction part of the PERT CPM chapter. Okay, here PERT means stands for Project Evaluation Review Technique, and CPM it stands for Critical Path Method. Both tools we can call it as operational research techniques, or we can call it as basically project scheduling techniques. Okay, which can be help in the determination of the time schedule for a given project. Okay, from these two techniques we can determine the time schedule or the final duration of the completion of the project. In these techniques we are having three phases. Okay, the first is planning, second one is scheduling, and third one is controlling. Okay, in the first phase, that is planning, in the planning we are going to divide the huge project into several small projects, and those several small projects again divided into activities. Okay, and we are going to allocate the cost and as well as duration of each activity of the project. Okay, that is you are going to determine the project schedule that you are going to determine in this phase. Now second one is, that is scheduling. Okay, here in the scheduling means that you are going to carry the activities like, that is the first one is, that is start and finish time for each activity, and you can give the starting and finishing times for the each activities. And second one is the critical path on which activities required the special attention. Okay, and the third one is the slack time and floats for the non-critical activities. Second and third points that we are going to discuss in the further slides. And third one, that is controlling. Okay, here the controlling means, that is the final phase in the project management is controlling. The phase consists of the following activities. Okay, making, the first one is making the periodical progress reports, reviewing and analyzing the status of the project at any time, and management decisions regarding the updating, crashing and resources allocations. Okay, these all activities involved in the controlling phase. Now comes to the advantages of the PERT CPM techniques. Here these are the some advantages. That is, it will helps in the planning, scheduling and controlling the project. It provides a check and balance and prevent the project from going out of hand. It helps the management in forecasting probable project, and it helps the management in the reaching of the goal with the minimum time and least cost. Identifying the critical and non-critical activities, okay, in the project. Okay, these are all some of the advantages. Now comes to the application of the PERT CPM. These two techniques that will helps in the constructions of the projects such as dam, bridges, building, factories, irrigation projects, in the manufacturing and maintenance, research and development, inventory control, material management, supply chain management, marketing and launching of the new project. These are the some of the applications of PERT CPM. Now comes to the terminologies which are going to use in the PERT CPM techniques. The first term is, that is network. Okay, it is a graphical represent of a logical sequenced activities shown as arrow and connecting the events shown as nodes. Okay, the network means it is graphical representation, or we can call it as arrow diagram. Okay, which are connected by the activities as shown as arrow and connecting events. Second term is activity. it is a task associated with the project, okay, which is utilizes the resources and has a beginning and an end, okay. It is an one part of the project, okay. The activities, so many activities involves or constitutes as an one project. Activity means it is an one task, okay, associated with the project. It utilizes the resources and it is has beginning and end, is called an activity. Here again in the activity again divided into four types are there, okay. The first one is, here it is missed. The first one is, that is predecessor activity. Predecessor activity means it is an activity which has to be completed, okay, prior to the starting of the another activity. Predecessor activity means it is an activity which has to be completed prior to the starting of the another activity, that we can call it as predecessor activity. Second, that is B, is successor activity. It is an activity which can start after the completion of the another activity, okay. Here successor activity means it is an activity which can start only completion of the another activity. And third one is concurrent activities. The activities which is taking place simultaneously, those activities we can call it as concurrent activities. And dummy activity means it is an activity does not consume any kind of resources or any duration attached to it, it is called as a dummy activity, okay. As I said, in the activity utilize some resources and it will have some durations. If it is having no resources and no duration, that activity we can call it as dummy activity. Now comes to the third term, that is event. The event represent a point in time signifying the completion of some activity and the beginning of new one. In other words, the beginning and end of point of activities are called events or nodes, okay. That you can see here in the below, that is a network diagram you can call it as. And the nodes are represented by the small circle here, okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay. These are all you can call it as events or nodes, okay. Here the beginning and end points of the activities are called as events, okay. 1 to 2, okay. 1 to 2 you can call it as one activity. For that activity the beginning point is 1 and end point is 2, okay. So that 1 and 2 are we can call it as event. For an activity starting point and ending point, or starting node and ending node, the small circles, those are represent by the small circles, the events are represented by the small circle here. Here the all 1 to 7 we can call it as events here. Now again here classified into different categories. Events are classified into different categories. That is first one is, that is merge event. When more than one activity comes and joins an event, such an event is known as merge event, okay. When more than one activity comes and joins an event, okay. In the above diagram, now can you tell me the merge events here? 2 and 4, 2 and 4, okay. Here because there are more than one activities comes and join for the second event, from 1 and from 3, with both these two activities comes join at 2 node. And also for the fourth, 2 and 3 are joins at the 4, more than one event, so that 2 and 4 are, you can call it as merge events. Now burst event. When more than one activity leaves an event, such an event is known as burst event, okay. Now when more than one activity leaves an event, Now can you tell me here? 1, 3, 4 all burst events. Okay, 1, 3, 4. From 1, 2 and 3 are leaving the 1 more than 1, so that 1 is the burst event. Again 3, one event goes to 2 and one event goes to, that is 4, so that 3 is, you can call it as burst event. And 4, that is 5, 6, 7 leaves the 4, so that 4 is also, you can call it as burst event. Merge and burst event. Here an event into which more than one activity arises, from which more than one activity leaves, called merge and burst event. In the diagram, that is 4. More than one activity, 2 and 3 are coming at 4, and 5, 6, 7 are leaving at 4, so that 4 is the merge and burst event. Now the next is, that is common errors committed in network constructions. These are the some of the errors that you are going to do while constructing the network diagram. Okay, the first error is, that is cycling. These are the error we should not do when constructing the network diagram. Okay, the first error is, that is cyclic. That is the an endless loop in a network is known as looping or cycling. The below, that is as is shown in, that is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 2. Okay, this is in a cyclic in nature. Okay, this is one of the error. Okay, and second one is dangling. Okay, here dangling means, here it is a disconnected activity with no connection or continuation. Okay, here it is D activity 2 to 3. Okay, which has no connection. Here it is disconnected from the network diagram, so this is also one of the type of error. Next, redundant activity. A dummy activity is the only event which emanates from another event. It is known as redundant or dummy activity, as shown in the below. Now see here, we can't allocate the dummy activity here, that is 2 to 4. Here it is 1, 2, 3, it is one compartment, and 4, 5, 6, 7 another compartment. Both compartments are connected with the dummy activity, which is having no resources and duration. Allocating the dummy activity in this place, it is also one of the error. Okay, we should not do like this when we are constructing the network diagram. We can allocate the dummy activity like this. See here, the below, it is first one, it is not allowed, it is in cyclic in, it is not allowed. And second one is, it is allowed. We can place the dummy activities, that is 2 to 3 in the dotted line. We can allocate like this, and also 2 to 3 like this. Okay, we can allow. Okay, now these are the errors that we should not do it when you are constructing the network diagram. Next one is, that is Fulkerson rule. Okay, Fulkerson rule, that is used for numbering the events of a network. When you are going to construct a network diagram, okay, in network diagram, the numbering of the event is very important. For that one, we are having Fulkerson rule, how we are going to numbering the events when we are going to construct the network diagram. Okay, the first what it is there, event number should be unique. Okay, we can't use two numbers at a time. Here two numbers, two same numbers. Okay, and second one, event should be numbered in a sequence from left to right. Okay, we can name the number from, we can start from left to right. The initial event which has no other incoming event is number 1. Okay, the first event that we can name it as number 1, which is no incoming event because of the starting activity which is having no incoming event. Now the fourth one is the head of an arrow should always bear a number higher. Okay, when you are having one activity, it is connected by the two nodes. The right side node, it is, you can call it as head, so that it bears the higher number, and tail side it is lower number. Delete all the arrows emerging from all the numbered events. This will create the least one new start event out of preceding events. Okay, and sixth one is that is number of all the start events 2 3 4 and so on until the last activity is reached. You can give the numbers from left to right, and where you can stop, that is until it reaches to the last activity. Okay, this is the introduction part of PERT CPM. Next we are going to solve the how to draw the network diagram by using Fulkerson rule. Okay, that we are going to discuss.